Yeah. So hi guys, Sanjeev this side again, and I'll be starting with buffer overflow today. And I'm not going to be among most of the topics in buffer overflow. Like buffer overflow is kind of a kernel exploitation, already know, and most of the people know that. Most of the people doesn't know that. So I'll be going with the basic part, not much of a technical part. And I'm not having any presentation to be today. So this is the best part for you because I'm not the guy of presentation. I'm the guy of demonstration. So I'll be showing some demonstration to you. I guess I'm having some demonstrations ready, and I'll be talking about buffer overflow in the starting right now, like how it happens and why it happens. So let's understand why you need buffer overflow and why people wants to do buffer overflow. So the first answer I got, guys, please answer on the stream right now. So the first answer I got from multiple people, like why people want to do buffer overflow, is because of the more topmost geek certification we have, that is OSCP. So because of OSCP, people want to learn buffer overflow. And I told them that if you want to learn buffer overflow just because of OSCP, you're doing a big mistake, my friend. So why? Because OSCP is just a certification. If you're learning something, implement it in your real life scenario. And buffer overflow is something which is amazing thing. Like if I talk about buffer overflow, most of the attacks right now which happens in the universe right now, if I talk about the biggest hacks like remote code execution, for example, people talk about, like recently people were going crazy about how the Zoom app got hacked. Zoom is I know it's a big platform for doing video calls, video conferences, and blah 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 things, but people are going crazy, man. People are okay, how people are getting hacked, like how people are getting Zoom hacked and blah 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 things. Zoom are only having 2 vulnerabilities listed in this month right now, and same month right now, the April month, Microsoft had got 134 vulnerabilities listed. So people are going with the Zoom right now because it's getting trending right now, but people are not going with Microsoft, and they're using Microsoft systems in their daily life. Most of the people, I say 70% of the people use Microsoft operating systems, Windows especially. So they're the Windows people, and they for example, the refresh button of the Windows part. So I'll be made to bore with my PJs also. So please bear me, and I'm already saying sorry for that in the front. So I'll be having multiple PJs so that the public should be attracted towards it. So the next part is I have most of the things when I talk about buffer overflow, basically, I guess Asad, you have already heard about bug bounty hunting, how people go to bug bounty hunting programs and how people do the bug bounty programs. Bug bounty hunting is an amazing thing, man. Every hacker right now, according to my perspective, every hacker right now starts with bug bounty hunting. Because web application it's a fraud, man. The web application is something it's the most amazing thing I've ever seen, and it's the most broad thing I've ever seen in cybersecurity, you can say. But it's a very nice thing. You people are starting the bug bounty hunting. But I just had one question to the people. I guess many people are watching us right now, and they are also doing the bug bounty hunting part. I just have one question for them. You start with bug bounty hunting. It's a very amazing thing. I also started with bug bounty hunting. The problem I feel in the society, the cybersecurity society right now, is when the people start with bug bounty hunting, they don't go further and beyond that. They always stuck in the bug bounty process itself. There was a great man. I heard a story about Andrew Russell, and Andrew Russell talked about a rubber band theory. So a rubber band theory is something like you have a rubber band like this, and the rubber band is stretchable. You always know. So this is your goals, man. This is something which you have to do in your real life aspects. So you have your goal like this, and in rubber band theory, this is the starting point, and this is the ending. For example, about your goal. Now, you are, as a rubber band theory, you are going towards your goal like this. And when you're going towards your goal like this, your rubber band will be free. It will be not stretchable. It will be only free. So until or unless you don't set up multiple goals at the same time, or when you are achieving one goal, until or unless you don't extend your goal, you're not doing the right thing. For example, when you're having a goal 50% completed, you should extend your goal 100 to 100% more. Why I'm telling this? Because this will make your career into much perspective way. So when you talk about cybersecurity aspects, people start with bug bounty hunting. They do web application pen testing. They find some accesses in multiple programs. It's an amazing thing. You are helping people. Some people are right now connected with NCIAPC also, the government program we are having, the Responsible Vulnerability Disclosure Program. But my point is, you're doing bug bounty hunting, for example, from 2 years. have you listed a single vulnerability or a single CVE for NVD or Mitre or, for example, NISC? Have you contributed to them? Okay, so the people who don't know about CVE, CVE is Common Vulnerability Exposure Number. So when you have a vulnerability out, you have a CVE ID, which is created by Mitre organization and NVD organization. NVD is National Vulnerability Database. And these people help out worldwide, and these are created by the Homeland Security of US, by the way. So it's a government like organization authorization, which is created by the government of US. So when you talk about like the bug bounty hunting people, I'm especially like talking to them, and this will directly relate to why buffer overflow. So when you talk about the people, like the people who are doing bug bounty hunting, it's amazing job you are doing. I'm not discouraging you. I'm only like encouraging you people, and you're doing a brilliant job. That's tough for you. But when you do the bug bounty hunting, you should expand your goals to the more aspects also. When you're not expanding your goals to the more aspects, you're not doing the more job, man. But you're not doing something new. If you want to become an entrepreneur, if you want to become a creator or something like that, you have to do something which is out of the box. Out of the box means like it should be something which is tremendous expendable thing. It should be something which is having a charismatic aura or something like that. So when you talk about this part again, when you talk about buffer overflow, why buffer overflow? I'll tell you one big reason. Almost every exploit right now, which is based on CVE numbers, remote code execution, if I talk about more of them, I talk about exploitations majorly, more of remote code executions, more of privilege escalations, more of denial of service attack, more of memory corruption attacks. They are all based on buffer overflow attacks. Every attack are based on buffer overflow attacks. And buffer overflow is actually a sub part of a big attack, and that attack is kernel exploitation. So these all attacks are coming from the kernel part, basically. And these attacks are directly correlated to them. So buffer overflow is one of my like favorite topic. So if you talk about my expertise of about me, so like currently, if people ask me that am I married or something? Technically, yeah, I am married to buffer overflows, because it's something like the amazing thing in my life. And I met buffer overflows in like 4 years back, you can say, while doing some like research or something like that. And I was going with the rubber band theory, obviously. And while doing that, it was the most like you can say struggle or hurdles being thing in my life which I've seen in cybersecurity. So beyond that, I was going crazy in buffer overflow, and it was more of multiple things. So buffer overflow is amazing. What are the prerequisites you need for buffer overflow? So most of the exploitations, if you talk about like buffer kernel exploitation, basically are based on one language majorly, and that one language is assembly language. So for that, you have to learn about assembly language, how it works. For example, I guess most of the people have heard about something like 8085 registers and other things, microprocessors basically. And we learned about them in our college time and other things. So at that time, we just learned them to pass the examination, to be honest. And you'll all agree to that, man. And I was also one of them, and I was also just like doing the rectification part. Rectify मार रहे थे हम लोग भी, and after that we were just giving the exam, we were just writing out, and we just got passed. Simple. But when you talk about buffer overflow, especially, buffer overflow needs a particular technical depth part in assembly language. The thing which we learned in our like you can say college life or something like that about microprocessor, that the same thing can hack your computer. And the funny part is, I'll not even touch your computer. So buffer overflow is that kind of attack in which you don't have to touch any machine or something like that. And it's a remote code execution again. Remote code execution is something refers to that remotely you can execute any code in a machine. That code can be anything. That code can be, so turn on your computer, like turn on your camera on your camera and microphone on your computer. So if a camera and microphone has been turned on in your computer, I can see you, I can listen to you, and where is your privacy then? Where's your privacy? Nothing. And you think you can catch me in that time? There are multiple anonymity like products are available right now. More of them are Tails, Unix. Unix is one of the best, I feel. And there are multiple people who are using them. So you talk about catching them according to our IT law right now, which is according to me is very weak. You cannot catch people like very easily or very quickly or something like that. So for that part, what I feel like buffer overflow is something which you have to understand in a technical depth part to do more of the things. If you get a CV registered for your name, for a single time or only one CV, for example, people will use your exploit for multiple things. People will reuse your exploits, and can be possible that examination like OSCP are having your particular exploit into their examination, and that's the biggest achievement, my friend. It will be something like which is tremendous. But when you find out a bug, when you find out, I'm not discouraging again, but when you find out a bug or something like that, for example, you find out XSS, there's no platform in this world, I feel like, which can use your bug into an examination like OSCP. So you have to understand in that registering a CVE number or registering a like vulnerability or exploit of your own name is much bigger than like getting a bug registered or something like that. And I also do bug bounty hunting. Like I do a lot basically. So I'm being on HackerOne and Bugcrowd basically. But more of a thing, like I'm right now like spending my time into exploit writing. Exploit writing is only done by buffer overflow itself, and it's just about fuzzing. Fuzzing is a process where you send, like you break the program. So I am the guy like who make the things first, then break the things. So how I break the things, basically I send like invalid inputs in a like simple way. I send absurd things to a program. Like for example, asking for a username. What I'm entering a particular emojis or emoticons or something like that. So that's how basically by a like you can say mistake or something like that, you got a bug basically. So this is how you got a bug every single time. So I want you people to like give your time to exploit DB, packet storm, publish your research papers into that, and publish your exploit into that. Believe me, it will be much bigger than bug bounty hunting also. Do that also. Bug bounty hunting is amazing stuff. Do that also side by side, but also contribute 10% of your time of your day, your 10% of your time of a month, I say that, to a particular like bug bounty hunting program. So most of the people ask me, that's like buffer overflow is very hard. It's very technical part. It's very advanced. How do you start? How did we begin, man? How did we learn that? Most people ask me the same question. Let me ask you the same question. Like in the chat, I'm seeing the chat right now. How many people play Pubg over here? Can you please raise your hand or please say yes? Pubg people over here. I'm seeing the names. Can we see the names? How many Pubg people are over here?
I'm sure a lot of them play.
I can see some names over here. Nice. So there are many Pubg people over here, I guess. Huge fan. Okay. So when I talk about the Pubg thing, how do you start playing Pubg? Most of the time, you need this simple with a mobile phone. What do you need? You need a particular application which is saying that it is having the Pubg installed or something like that. It's a simple thing. Now, I read a theory of a guy that to learn something you need almost 10,000 hours. Like there's a guy Stock Frederick. I guess most of the people have heard about him. So Stock Frederick is an amazing like cybersecurity researcher. I follow him a lot. So he was telling about like most of the people said that they need 10,000 hours to learn something. Actually, I don't think it's possible. 10,000 hours to learn something is if you are like a tremendous kind of person, that then also like you need 10,000 hours to learn. 10,000 hours is a lot, man. So when you talk about you want to learn something or something like that, according to me, you just need 20 hours to learn something. 10,000 hours is something that when you want to become a pro level kind of a guy in cybersecurity or in buffer overflows. So you just need to like give your 20 hours of your day and 20 hours, not 20 hours of your day, 20 hours of your month, you can say. And those 20 hours should be something which is amazing. So if I talk about 20 hours and if you talk about a month, okay, so you can say 45 minutes a day, something like that. But those 45 minutes of day should be amazing learning. It should be something like when you search off your mobile phone and tell your parents or tell your family and you tell your girlfriends or boyfriends that I'm doing this stuff, I'm doing stuff, and please don't disturb me for next 45 minutes because this is my most priority thing right now. So this is something which you people have to like start with. So for starting with buffer overflows, the first thing you need to start is assembly language. The first thing, number one thing over here. The second thing you need to start with is like I guess Python and socket programming. Socket programming is something because like whatever you do, you use WhatsApp, you use like YouTube or something like that. whenever you use a like social media platform, or not a social media platform, a IT platform or something which is having an internet established, you need a socket. Socket is again IP and a port number. So you always need a socket to connect with something, and there should be two sockets who can connect with each other. The first socket is of a like attackers guy. Second of not the attackers guy. Like I'm talking about in my hackers mindset. So I am always a attacker in my hacker's mindset. I'm so sorry for that. So the first socket should be of a sender, and the second socket should be of a receiver, basically. So there should be two sockets who should connect with each other. Then you can communicate, obviously. So for doing a hacking platform into buffer overflows or a kernel like exploitation, you can say, for that, having two sockets separated with each other, and they should be connected with each other with each other to continue with the exploitation part again. So socket programming with Python is very amazing. You should learn that, and it's very easy again. So I'll be showing you some of the stuff to do that, how to do that again. And the next thing you need over here is some like a little bit information about how exploitation happens. Exploitation, as in example, you know like what is reverse shell, what is bind shell, and you should like have a handy experience on a like platform like Metasploit framework basically, which is created by HD Moore and Rapid 7 basically, and then you can start with your exploitation buffer overflows. So like again, buffer overflow is amazing. So how many people over here wants to see exploitation in buffer? Like how many people are over here who wants to see how to do a buffer overflow attack? And one more thing. So I'm doing some crazy stuff right now. Like this is the first time I'm doing this. I want you people to tell me anything, any topic, something like that. So I'm giving you topics, for example. I'm giving three products. The first is free float FTP. The second is vuln server, and the third is SL mail. You choose any one of them, and I'll do buffer overflow on them. You choose any one of them, and I'll do that. I'll show it. So just right away. I'm just seeing your chats right now with my friend laptop. So please tell me any kind of like any program, and I'll do the particular program. So and like Asad, you can also help me out in choosing a topic, like any topic. You give me any topic, any buffer overflow exploitation, I'll do that. I guess I should put a particular message in the WhatsApp chat also, on the YouTube stream also, so that people can tell me what kind of application they are choosing. Okay. So I'm putting up a text over here. Choose anyone. Free float FTP.
So a lot of them are replying with free float.
One server. Yeah. Sorry.
Free float. I mean, a lot of people in the audience replying.
Okay. Free float. Everyone wants to do the free float part. Done, man. So we start with the free float FTP. So I have to connect my different laptop with that. I'm just joining a Zoom meet from with my different laptop. Just a sec, because I use that one for exploration. Just give me a minute.
I must say, sir,
Just
your audience is very numerous. I mean, you have a really big fan base.
I'm not a fan. Just a net fan. Thank you, by the way. Thank you so much for the compliment. So let me. So I've not given my kind of a like introduction to them as a presentation guy. So I'm not more of a guy of presentation basically. I show demonstrations more for explorations and all stuff. So that's why
Sure.
like people like those stuff.
Meanwhile, guys, if you have any questions, you can ask on live chat.
Yeah.
Although I only see free float.
So Am I connected right now? I guess I'm
Yes,
connected.
sir. Yes, sir. You are connected.
Yeah, perfect. So I just have to I just put this laptop over here so you people can see me right now. And this one is over here. Perfect. So I'll be doing the free part, and I'm sharing my screen right now with all of you, so that all can see how to do the fan. And I'll be doing every single thing on Windows 10, the latest version or something like that. So not more of a Windows XP guy, you can say. And I don't like Windows, to be honest. Like, I hate Windows. Windows is something which is the most I should not say that, but this is the most terrible operating system I've ever seen. So that's why I'm not more of a Windows fan. So let me start with the part right now, and I'll be downloading the free float again. So just a sec, I'm just sharing my screen. I guess I don't have the permission to present. Do I have the permission to present? Asad, can you check please?
Yeah, I'm checking, sir. By the way, sir, my name is Dushant.
Yeah, Dushan. Hi, sorry. I
Not a
can see
problem.
it all the time, so
Yeah,
I,
it's fine, sir.
yeah, I got the permission.
Yeah.
I got the permission. Thanks. So I guess you people can see my screen right now, and don't see my stuff, please. Let me hide it out. So I'm having two machines on right now. The one is Kali machine, and the second is Windows 10 right now. And according to you people, you told me that please do something like free float FTP. So I'm going with free float FTP right now, and I'm just downloading free float FTP from Google. And then I'll show you how to one by one how to do the buffer overflow part. So okay, so this is the free float FTP exploit which is having over here. I remember I've done this exploit almost 3 years ago. So I've done multiple buffer overflows. This is one of them. I just download the vulnerable application. Perfect, and here's the app. Perfect. So I got the application over here, and this is my Windows machine. Let me put the application in that Windows machine. Okay, I got it over here. I guess you people can see the screen. If you are not able to see the screen, please text on the particular chat area. And if you have any kind of question, please put over there. I'll be glad to resolve them. Come on. What is happening? Okay, I guess I got the application. Yes or no? Not yet. So I have to use some browser over here, download over here itself. Guys, please be patient, and I guess my session can delay for a little bit more than an hour. So
You have all the world's time, sir.
Yeah, so I think Anshul is a good friend of mine, and he'll be happy to give much time from his session to me. So that's by the way. So free float, FTP. Okay, it's connecting. Perfect. So I again got free float FTP over here. So there are multiple steps to do buffer overflow basically, and this is one of the stack-based buffer overflow. See, buffer overflow always spin into the kernel part itself. So most of the people say that, sir, when you do a buffer overflow, does it matter when you have Windows? Does it matter when you have Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, or something like that? According to me, it doesn't matter because when you do buffer overflow attack, it is on a kernel part basically. It is not on the Windows part. It's not on the OS part. More of a thing. It's more of a kernel part. So when you do a buffer overflow attack kind of a thing, you're basically exploiting a kernel, x86 kernel more of the time, and or 64-bit kernel, and the kernels are all same. And the working of kernels are all same. So you have to do the kernel exploitation basically. I'm just extracting the particular application. Perfect. So I got the application. Good news. So we start the exploitation part right now. Perfect, man. So let me check whether the application is working or not. Yeah. So this is the FTP server, which is working. So let me give you a kind of a quick introduction or something, like how buffer overflow happens and like how to do that again, and what are the steps to do buffer overflow. What are the steps to perform buffer overflow actually majorly. So when you perform buffer overflow, oh my bad, it's low. Just give me a sec. I just come back. Just give me a sec.
Sorry for the delay, guys. YouTube got no chill, and the lagging part is really frustrating.
So I got the application. So yeah. So when you talk about buffer overflow, that kind of a thing, again, buffer overflow is meant in different process, basically you can say. So then waves, like I guess you people have played some zombie game where you have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and you have more of a zombie. So same like this thing. I talk about buffer overflow as a wave part, and you have particular waves for that. And to do buffer overflow attack, you need to understand the waves part like exactly. So there are like 6 waves which I have created, and these waves I have created like for the process part. That's it. You people can create your own waves also. So it's totally dependent on you. It's like cooking. So it's your own recipe and it's your own thing. How you want to make it. So the first wave we always have a buffer overflow. This wave is something known as spiking. So spiking, let me tell you what is spiking. More of a thing. So spiking is something like whenever I talk about a person, like when you hack, people say, sir, where are you hacking? What exactly you are hacking? Like for example, we got a recent bug in WhatsApp basically. By that, people can hack WhatsApp remotely without even touching your mobile phone. So what I need to know is, people will be like, sir, you need to know like whether I should be connected in your own network, your same network or something. No, I'll do that attack globally, man. And swear me, like if you want me to do that, I'll do that. Okay, so that attack is like it was had a CVE number again. That CVE was CVE 2019 11932. You people can go through that. So when I talk that attack was also a buffer overflow attack. Basically, this is we got in Android and WhatsApp. So when you put the spiking part again, actually is spiking. When you talk about where are you hacking, you are actually hacking not on an application, you're actually hacking on a particular operating system, you're actually hacking on a service or a protocol, you can say. So protocol is always there to hack. So spiking is a particular like process, you can say, where we find out a particular service and their parameter where we are actually attacking. So for that, we have to go through the spiking part. The next thing is we find out a particular parameter. For example, the parameter is FTP, or the parameter is, example, POP3 or SMTP or particular thing. But these parameters, these like protocols can be anything again. So those protocols are having some like some parameters again or something like that. So what we have to do is, for example, we have SMTP. Where actually is SMTP running? For example, you are using Google. Now Google gives their own server to you if you want to purchase it. You purchase some Google server and put it on your desktop, for example. When you put the Google server in your desktop, you make your own machine as a server. There is a port number which will open inside your machine, or there will be a service which will open inside your machine, and that service will be SMTP, most of the thing, like simple protocol. So SMTP will be the which will run in the machine basically. So to break that service or to break that particular application, you need to do the second phase or second wave part, and this wave over here is something known as fuzzing. Fuzzing is the thing like where you attack by to particular application by breaking into code. The next thing we need over here, third thing, when you do the fuzzing part. So fuzzing is one thing. The next thing should be how what they're doing from that part. Like we are breaking the application. So for example, there is an application. That application is Skype. Skype is asking you, please enter your username. So that username should be, for example, my username is Sanjeev Multani. This is my username for Skype. For example, what I do inside of Sanjeev, what I put over here is I put this, and this is my magic script. I just start putting this thing inside the like username part, and Skype is not stopping me. Skype is not stopping me. Why Skype is not stopping me? Because Skype is asking for more parameters. So when you keep putting the parameters in a particular application, what will happen is that application will take those parameters into their variables, and the variables can make crash because they're not accepting this much of data. So when they crash it out, you have the buffer overflow parameter. So for that, what we have to do is we have to understand that how we are going to attack those particular parts. So the next part we have for after the fuzzing part again is we have some like registers in our like assembly operation. So I'm so sorry guys, like I cannot teach you complete buffer overflow like in an hour or two basically, because to learn buffer overflow it took me 3 to be honest. I've done more than 200 or buffer overflow, something like that. More than 200, I guess. I'll give you the list also. So because I am having the POC of every buffer overflow. So when you talk about like doing buffer overflows, you need to understand that how kernel responds, how assembly works, and socket programming works. So I cannot go through every single thing again. I'm so sorry for that. Just understand the process a little bit. Like whatever doubt you are having, please like send your doubts to me on my Instagram handle, on my WhatsApp handle, on my like Twitter handle or LinkedIn handle, and like everywhere I'll be glad to ask to tell you the answer over there. So after the next part, after the fuzzing part, the next part we have is we have control something, and that thing is the queen of buffer overflow. So there is a queen everywhere. When you see the alien game, what you have to do is you have to hit the queen. If you hit the queen in the alien game, the whole game is completed. So same like the queen in buffer overflow. So control the queen basically, and that queen is actually a kind of a like you can say register, and this register is something known as EIP. I'm talking about stack-based buffer overflow. So EIP is something that is known as extended instruction pointer, which we need more of our time. The fourth way we need after this thing is EIP. What does EIP do? I'll tell you. So I guess you people think that you are the only person who controls your machine, who controls your mobile phone, who controls your laptop, who controls your IoT devices or smartwatches or something like that. You are the only person who are controlling them. Actually, it's wrong. Well, like with you, I'm not hacking you or something like that, just telling you, with you, there is one more thing who is controlling your machine, and that machine is the queen, EIP. So EIP is actually a register, or you can say a pointer, which carries the address of a process. So when you talk about EIP, when you want to like double click a particular application, for example, you want to double click GTA 5 or you want to double click Pubg, what actually you're doing is you're putting the main function address of the particular application, main function of Pubg or the main function of like any game, GTA 5 or something like that, and you're putting that address inside EIP, but you're giving the address to the EIP. So whatever thing you give to the EIP, EIP says, okay sir, मैं चला दूंगा. So it's something like that again. So EIP को आप जो भी देते हो, वो उसको run कर देता है. It will execute that part. So whatever thing you give to the EIP, EIP executes it without asking to anyone again. So we have to control the EIP again, because, for example, if I control your machine's EIP and I tell them, shoot a video and send me that video, what will happen? I guess you are like smart enough to understand the part again. So I'm going to the next wave again. The next wave we have is the address. Now, what do you mean by the address wave? Again, let me give you a clear scope. For example, what I want to do is I want to hack you, and I want to see some sensitive images which you have in your mobile phone. I want to see some sensitive chats which you are having in your like mobile phone, WhatsApp Messenger or anything. I want to see you with your webcam without even touching you, without even knowing you, and I want to record your thing. Is it a good thing? No, not exactly. It's a very bad thing. It's a drastic thing which can happen. But to do that, to hack a particular person and to hack a particular device, for example, and to open a particular application, for example, whatever I've said, like I have to, for example, I have to open your camera. I have to put the address of your camera, like you can say main function address of your camera to the EIP part. So what I have to do is I have to finalize the address of a particular thing in your machine so that I can like hack it up again. So after the address, the fifth way we have is the shellcode. Shellcode, and there's one more thing, the bad characters. So number one thing, there's no good characters. There are only bad characters. Bad characters, I guess you can understand there are some bad keywords. I'll come to that later on. But shellcode, what is shellcode? So shellcode is something which is the love of a life, you can say, which gives the like extreme happiness to me and extreme happiness to the hackers. Shellcode is actually a payload or a particular kind of a script, you can say, which I will send you to your machine. And what will happen is once you double click it or once it will execute on your machine, I got the complete control of your mobile phone or complete control of your device. So I can have anything again. And the last sixth wave we have, there's the most like amazing wave or the priciest wave we have. And this wave is named as the something like root. I guess you can understand what is the root. The root actually is like I got your access or something like that. So let me start the